Hi, today I wanted to show you how I use some of the DIYs I showed in my previous video. I also wanted to do things a little bit differently and share one of my other hobbies. So sit back, relax, grab a snack, and enjoy the process as I share some of my favorite Halloween tidbits. Witches are a staple of Halloween festivities, popping up at your door for a treat, adorning yards all across town, and cackling at you from behind the TV screen. They all have the same things in common: black garb, broomstick, and a little black cat. But how did these things become a universal symbol of witches? When did we collectively decide that this was the permanent visage of a bruja? Let's talk about brooms. Witches use broomsticks, pitchforks, and even animals to ride to their midnight coven meetings with the devil, demons, and others like them. Broomsticks play a large role in witchcraft even today, as they symbolize protection and spiritual cleansing. Additionally, brooms have a host of superstitions that are not always directly linked with witchcraft. For example, jumping the broom at weddings, sweeping your home for the new year, stepping over a broom, and many more. For a humble household tool, the broom holds a great significance in many cultures. As for the broom being a witch's primary mode of transportation, there are countless stories throughout history of witches riding through the night to their black Sabbath. The earliest known depiction of a witch riding a broom dates back to a 15th century manuscript called Les Champions des Dames. This image featured two women, identified as Waldensians, straddling a broom and a stick. The Waldensians, follower of Peter Waldo's 12th century Christian sect, were branded as heretics in 1215 due to their unconventional views on women roles in the church. This image marked a significant turning point linking witchcraft, heresy, and perceived sexual deviancy, particularly in the context of women's authority. As witch trials swept across Europe and the New World, accounts of witches riding brooms, pitchforks, and even livestock to meet with the devil proliferated. Even some self-proclaimed witches claimed such activities, often as a result of torture. However, these stories can't just come out of thin air. They had to start somewhere. Enter the flying ointment. Medieval Europe is well known for its strange herbal remedies that often called for animal parts or refuse. In this case, along with wheat, wolfsbane juice, belladonna, hensbane, and jimsonweed, the fat of an unbaptized child was required. Aside from the horrifying realization that this required grave robbery at best and murder at the worst, most of the ingredients are toxic if ingested. However, when applied topically, this cream gave users hallucinogenic experiences. Users applied the ointment to pulse points or where the hair grows, or directly to the broomstick. They would then take flight. In reality, the user would just pass out and wake up with memories of flying or other fantasies. One man, by the name of Abraham the Jew, tested this experience with a witch in 1458. They applied the ointment together, but had vastly different experiences. Later, he had her apply the ointment to herself as he watched her take flight. She dropped to the floor and remained immobile for hours. Thus, he concluded this was a hallucinogenic salve, and not a transportation of demonic means. Moving on to cats. Cats, especially black cats, are seen as a witch's conduit to the devil. They are the most common witch's familiar. Now, cats have long held a place in history. In Egyptian mythology, Bastet embodies a cat, symbolizing companionship and protection. Norse mythology sees Freya, goddess of fertility, war, and death, lead the Valkyries into battle, riding a chariot pulled by blue cats, Beigel and Tregel. In the Middle Ages, monasteries The chief producers of beer at the time value cats so highly that they appear in religious manuscripts often chasing or eating mice. However, the beginning of 16th century also marked the beginning of the witch craze. Cats fell out of favor and became a pagan symbol of evil. This sparked the belief that cats are the devil himself or witches in disguise. In fact, the first allusion to cats having 9 lives is found in a fictional, satirical book called Beware the Cat by William Baldwin. Written in 1553, the author suggests that 9 is the number of times that a witch could transform into a cat. The 9th time, she would stay a cat forever. Throughout the witch craze, many witch trials based their condemnation on familiars. Angry community members would claim that witches would let these animals suckle on them in exchange for power. The bodies of the accused were often examined for witches' marks where the familiar presumably drank. These marks were often simply an innocuous mole, birthmark, or skin tag, but could potentially condemn both the accused witch and the cat to a death sentence. It's important to note that most of the crimes witches were accused of had to do with crop failure and unexplained sickness or death, both of which are partially due to the rise of the rodent population that remained unchecked due to the demonization of cats. There are many superstitions throughout different cultures that further feed into the witch's cat trope. A quick Google search will pull hundreds of cat superstitions throughout history and the world. We've all heard that babies shouldn't be around cats as cats steal the baby's breath. In all reality, they're probably just sniffing the milk on baby's breath and curious about this little helpless, hairless bundle. We all know that a black cat crossing your path brings bad luck, but not all cultures see it that way. Japan, for example, counts this as good luck, with a chance to increase your luck by greeting it as it passes. In Germany, if the cat crosses your path from left to right, good news, you got good luck on your side. Cats appear in relation to luck, both good and bad, weather, death and illness, prosperity, romance, fertility, safety while traveling, and even home security. Many superstitions are specific to a certain type of cat as well. Specifications include breed, fur color, eye color, gender, and even mutated genes like polydactyl cats. I found so many interesting superstitions, so I'll drop a link below. With so many superstitions surrounding cats, it's easy to see why cats quickly found their spot in the beliefs regarding witches at the time and continue to find their place with witches today. In a nutshell, in the context of witches, broomsticks and black cats have a deep and complex origins, intertwining with history, superstitions, and societal beliefs. Thank you so much for watching my video. Subscribe if you want to see more, and drop a comment down below what your favorite Halloween tropes and superstitions are.